Hello, this is Wylock number 31. So basically we're reviewing square roots again. Remember, square root of 256 is just a perfect square of 16, which means if you multiply 16 and 16, you'll get 256 as a result. Moving on, when you're solving the equation for y, what that basically means is we want to find the value of this y. So what we have to do is we have this information, x is equal to 5. And we have an x over here, so we substitute that value into the equation, and we get 5 plus y is equal to 12 as a result. Now we can just subtract 5 on both sides, and we get y is equal to 7. And that would be our answer. Moving on. You have y is equal to 2x plus 2, and you can see that x is defined as 0. So what we have to do is we have to substitute the x value by 0, which is what it's equal to. So that would equal 0 plus 2, which means y is just equal to 2. Moving on. Now, solve with the following equations. What this basically is doing is they're going to give you specific functions, and you're going to have specific inputs that you're going to substitute into these functions. So for example, if we have h4, you know that the h function is 3x plus 5, and we can see that their input is 4. So because the input is 4, that's our x value, because you can see here the input is x, so the x would correspond to the one you're inputting. So if you input 4, you would have 3 times 4 plus 5, which is 4 times 3 is 12 plus 5, which is 17. Now you have J4. You go to the J equation and you see it's 4x plus 2. Repeat the process. Times 4 plus 2 is equal to 16 plus 2, which is 18. Now, since it says add them, you just add them together, 15, 35. So H4 plus J4 is equal to 35. Moving on, J8. Now we just go back to the J equation, which is 4x plus 2. And we substitute the value of x by 8, which means that 4 times 8 plus 2. Now 4 times 8, well, that's just 32. Which means you just add plus 2, and you get 34 as a result. Moving on. Now, we have h2 plus k2 plus j2. Now, what we have to do is we just got to take this step by step. We know the h equation is equal to 3x plus 5. And we know that our k equation is equal to 5x plus 2x squared. And we know our j equation is equal to 4x plus 2. Now, how do we solve this? Well, because our h equation is 3x plus 5, we can just input 2, because that's the input value, and we'll get 11. For h of 2. Now we have k2, which is 5x plus 2x squared. So we just substitute the input for 2, and we get this, which is 10 plus 2 times 2 squared is 4, which means 2 times 4 is 8, which means you get a result of 18. Now you have j of 2 finally, and you just input it into this equation, which will give you 4 times 2 plus 2, which is just 8 plus 2, which is just 10. Now you have 11 plus 18 plus 10, which is equal to 22. If you add these two together, my mistake, you get 21, since when you add these two together, you just get 21 plus 18, which will give you a total of 39. So what does this mean? H2 plus K2 plus J2 is equal to 39.